Hello and welcome to Hibs Talk. I'm your host for a change, Dave. Don't worry, Gav's not been kicked off because he's been too positive, even though there's a wee bit of a coup for him. He's been overrun. So joining me today is Gav.
Alright.
And Stephen.
Hello.
I'm not actually hosting I'm just in Aberdeen bit at the start because I didn't go to the Aberdeen game because of work, so it made more sense that I just ask the questions and let Gav hear an opinion for a change. Rather than
First and last time, hopefully.
How you doing?
How you doing? Sorry, mate. Right, I'm new to this. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Aye. Is that what it feels like to get asked back?
Aye.
Right. Okay. And Stephen, how you doing?
Nice.
Not too bad, mate.
And what were you up to the weekend?
I was in Aberdeen. Half my family's from up in Aberdeen, and my grandma stays there, so I crashed at my grandma's on Saturday night. So went up and had lunch with my grandma.
Yeah, that's plenty, Gav.
And then
What'd you go up to the weekend, Stephen?
Just had the Bairns, so watched the football on Sunday, and that was it. Yeah.
Cool.
what about you, Dave? What'd you get up to? You know,
Just
you're
said he was
working Saturday,
I
but
was
else,
working.
anything else exciting?
I went and
Well, I
seen
tell you what, you've not been here a
Joker
while.
movie.
Why have you been missing it? Where were you last week?
I was away.
Where were you?
With my mates.
Where'd you go?
Aberdeen. But just rubbish that it was a week too late.
Aye.
But just on a piss up weekend.
And what did you do the Sunday? Because we're recording on Sunday, but you were busy.
I was at Still Game Live.
Aye. How was it?
It was good.
Good.
I enjoyed it. I actually went on a box. Girlfriend's work had a box at the Hydro, so
Nice.
got to watch it in style.
Lucky.
Aye.
Aye.
It was quite good, I thought. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
some of the parters are a bit daft.
Aye. You expect that though.
You can't get away with it. They used to get away with it. That's how it went downhill.
Yeah.
But aye. So we're just going to the next bit now.
Aye, just get started.
So the news. Happy birthday offer Marciano, 30 of the day.
Aye.
Hopefully he gets a wee present off Shelley. Leave that to your imagination. What do you think he got for his birthday?
Hopefully I'll call up to the
He did, aye. He's
Oh wait, no.
sorry, I'll know.
So him, Middleton and Porteous are now away on international duty.
Yes. Aye.
Interesting
I
stuff.
don't need my glasses. I'm not reading anything. So
Nah.
I take them off. Yeah, I
So what do you think of that?
It's a bit disappointing that we're only down to 3. Obviously, Slivka's injured, which kind of plays a part in that. But it'll be interesting to see. Marciano was starting to get his game for Israel. We're not getting his game for Hibs. I wonder if he'll get his game now.
Who knows? No,
That's gonna be a new record for Steven swearing.
Yeah, probably.
he probably won't. Like, if I don't think he'll get back into the Hibs team just based on the fact that he's away on international duty.
No, but will he get a game for Israel? Like he started the last game for Israel. Will he keep that going, or will the Israel team drop him because he's not been playing for a club?
Is there other keeper been playing for his
I
club?
don't know. I don't know much about them, but it's just a thought. Anyway,
Yeah, that's enough.
See, he can't even get away from hosting when he's asking questions.
I know.
it's a
Nice.
difficult transition.
Right. And it says slow news day unless I've missed anything else, but I never actually wrote these notes, so I'm not getting the blame. If anything else has been missed, it's Gav's poor notes.
Yep.
Anyway, so we'll move on to the Aberdeen game.
Mm-hmm.
What were the positives for the Aberdeen game?
I think it was good that we finally started playing the ball in behind the defence a lot earlier. I think Hanlon done it once. Stevenson, obviously, Scott Allen had a good ball in, and Horgan as well. And obviously, we'll come back to the chances that they all led to later on. But yeah, I think it's good. I don't know why we've not been doing that. It's been criminal we've not been doing that. But yeah,
Stephen, positives. I listened last week.
The only
I'm
positive.
just saying, you kept, every time Gav asked you for a positive, you strayed off on a negative. Keep it positive for now, and then you can hear more than 5.
Okay, the only positives were the amount of chances created.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Stop
happy
him,
with that.
I'm stopping.
I'm happy with that, and you're stopping there. You can't elaborate on that.
Can't say anymore.
Right. So, what do you think of Tom James's performance?
I think we've really missed him. He's been really solid at the back, and it's good to see him. I mean, I have to say, the way the way Pataudry is, I didn't see much of his first half performance because all you can see is heads because it's just so poorly designed. But they're moving to a new stadium. But no, really assured performance and good again. And obviously we praised them all last week. So and against Kilmarnock. So just the good performances on the bounce.
Stephen?
Just what Gav said. There's not really much else to say about it.
Is this what it feels like every week? Try to get something out of Stephen?
I'm
struggling. I'm like, what else could I ask?
Just
Aye,
wait until it hits the negative. So
then you can't shut him up then.
Right. So obviously with the Hibs goal, so first half kind of came and went. You had that through ball for Horgan to Doidge. What do you think of that? Do you think it was maybe a wee bit overhit?
Thought we were on positives.
It was still on positives. No, we moved on.
Oh, are you not?
Oh no, we are. Right. edit. So tried something different for the corner for the goal. What do you think of with that wee build up move?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I was obviously at the press conference again last week, and I was a bit early, and they were still training when I got there, and I had a wee nosy and watched them, and they were practicing short corners, so it's good to see them practice something in training and then deliver it in the match, which was great. But the only frustrating thing is the person taking the short corners in the practice was Fraser Murray, and I could go on a rant about that quite a bit, but I won't because I've done that already.
Fair enough. Did you see them practicing shooting? Nah. Well, Stephen, that was you've got to admit that was a decent, well worked wee corner. We got a bit fortunate in the end with failed opponents, but it was decent. Right,
it's good.
Good. We're nearly there, mate. No long to go. Hallberg, another decent performance. Obviously a wee injury, but
yeah, really assured again. I think he's found that role now where he's playing a wee bit deeper and he's able to control the play a bit more. Obviously, when he came to the club, you were thinking it was going to be another attacking midfielder, makes the runs forward into the box and stuff. But because I think there's been that lack of defensive midfielder, he's taken on the role and he's playing well at it. So
yeah, and I think he really benefited when Aberdeen went down to 10 men. He had that bit more space to really dictate the play, and you really saw him coming into his own. I don't know if it was an injury or what, but the reason he went off. But obviously frustrating. He's not played 90 minutes again. But yeah, I think we've got a question on that.
We do. Craig Thompson. I'm going to knock you out if you then shut up. No, you, Craig Thompson. Gavin. Just leave me alone, you know.
Right, on you go.
Why put Newell on instead of Whittaker? That's a good question.
I don't know, there seems to be this fascination with getting Malin back in the middle, and Malin was having a better performance out wide, and he puts Newell out in the right, who, you know, we've yet to see a good performance from, unfortunately, and Malin went back in the middle, and yeah, I don't think it works.
Stupidity.
No, it's just...
You got any more?
Is that going to elaborate on this one?
Yeah, and you go.
It's ridiculous that Newell's even around the first team when Fraser Murray's getting kept at it. The fact that Fraser Murray's sitting there, he's a wide player as well. He can come on direct replacement and push his cell out wide, or he can come central. The thing is, like, as I've said this time and time again this season, is that Malin started off as a winger at St Mirren. He's finally getting a chance to play as a winger again, and he's doing well at it. Like, you're seeing a lot more balls coming in for him. He's been more productive, because in the middle of the field, when you had three of them, he felt a bit overrun and he wasn't getting much play. So stick Whittaker in, sit him back, because he can play well in front of the defence. You saw it when he played centre back. Put him in and keep Malin out right and keep the chances coming. And
like you make a great point there, but even if they did have to put Malin at the middle, Fraser Murray is performing when he's got his chance this season. He's performing in the development team when he does play for them. Newell hasn't performed yet. Obviously you want your new signing to do well, but surely there's got to come a point where if he's not performing, you've got to put him out in the cold for a bit.
And the thing is as well, like, you get Fraser Murray's a player that gets fans on side. Every Hibs fan loves Fraser Murray. It's like Porteous and all the rest of them, apart from Ollie Shaw. He's got one of the personalities where everybody would want him to do well. And Joe Newell, when he's come on, I mean, I've said it and Dave said it as well, that you've not seen anything for Newell to give him merit to play in that team. Whereas Fraser Murray is not even getting in the team half the time, not even getting in the 18 half the time. So it's a strange one, and I know how much you love Fraser Murray, so you'll probably have an opinion.
No, Fraser Murray's obviously decent, but even just, I know this segment's not meant to be on Joe Newell, so we'll cut it shortly now, but you're saying he get put out in the cold. He's not really had that much of a chance. So how much you've got to give him chances to see if he's good enough. That you can't decide now. Like, I personally think he's been really poor, and I don't think he looks up for it.
I could have told you how he done in development game, but it was £8, so I didn't go.
he played every game in the Betfred Cup as well, mind, Joe Newell. He played every game in the Betfred Cup group stages.
He did, he done quite well away at Elgin, did he know?
One game.
Yeah, it was alright. He's a bit more positive.
But that's the thing though, when you get a good performance, you've got to go on in it, and he never done that. So.
Yeah, I'm getting elbowed.
No.
couple of we'll go into the meh bits. This is where Stephen comes into his own. So, what about the personal battles? That's your Porteous and Hanlon versus Main and Cosgrove. What do you think of them?
I think it's got to go down as a success because until the goal, which was from a set piece, so in open play, overall they've kept them quiet. Obviously that helped when Main get sent off, but it seemed to be a bit of a strange decision for them. We've spoken about this before with Uche. They seem to be going for a physical battle with them, which you shouldn't be. When there are two physical strikers like that, you're not going to win that. And there was a lot of times Cosgrove was winning the ball in there easy because they should have been going for more of a try to win the ball at feet. But at the end of the day, they were successful in keeping them quiet. But I think Halber could have played a part to play in that as well.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think obviously after last week when Jackson came off and Whittaker came on, there was I says in the group chat, would you start Whittaker because he had a solid performance at centre back, or would you bring Porteous straight back in? And I think that there was cause for discussion there because you saw how good Whittaker was against Celtic. He pretty much controlled the defence, but Porteous came in, he made the role his own again, and he's got that starting position back. So you can't fault Porteous at all. But I think it's the way that Hibs set up as well, is the fact that they'd never play for a second ball. You never see Hibs win a second ball. And I think that what Gav was saying there about it being more physical and try to go into the players and all the rest of it, I think that's where it just started to get a wee bit rocky. So
fair play. At the end of the day, Porteous' marking did cost us.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back to that.
We did come back to it, Gav. I never wrote the notes, so I don't know if we come back to that.
We do.
But Malky said, would we have taken 2 points against Celtic and Aberdeen before the game?
Yeah, because we were. Well, I'll let you take that, but before going to Celtic and Aberdeen, 2 points.
Well, I would have on basic on the current form, but this time last season I would have been expecting at least 4.
But the question was before.
Yeah, so like I say, on current form,
you can't moan about away to Pataudry, a point, and at home to Celtic a point. Overall you'd probably go, well, overall, you'd kind of maybe want to snatch a win, but it has been 7 years.
I think the thing
pop question: who scored the last goal the last time we won at Pataudry?
Was it not Sean O'Hanlon or something?
Yeah.
Wow. There you go.
The two of us knew that.
But that's...
You know that as well?
Yeah, right. Well, we spoke about it before Stephen turned up. That's all
I was trying to give you a nice bit there. Never mind.
But that was the thing as well. It was more based on the fact that they played 10 men for so long as well, and the amount of chances that we created. As the game went on, that's where you started to think, why are we not winning this?
Yeah.
So that on the next bit, red cards. What do you think of them? So obviously Main's one. Both tackles were on Stevie Mallon, but what do you think of Main's one? That came first. They were saying on Sportscene that Michael Stewart thought it was maybe a wee bit harsh. Should have been a yellow card.
I think it had the reflection on the fact that Cosgrove never got sent off before it. What?
Cosgrove was later on.
Oh, was it later on?
It was after Main's one.
Well,
the thing with Cosgrove, we're talking about later on, but it's fine. I think the fact the referee had blown his whistle and then he put in the tackle, it wasn't in play. I think and it's crazy. That's a silly rule. He still committed a foul. To me, that I don't agree with the rules there, but that should be a booking. But Mains, I can understand where Stuart made a good point. From what the referee's seen, you can see why he sent him off. But it might be, I went straight away red card from what I've seen. But seeing it back, his foot does kind of come down, and it's not as wild as I originally thought.
What about Ferguson's?
Straight red.
Yeah,
100%.
I think so as well.
On him though, I thought he was man of the match. He done a great job marking Scott Allen. Really sort of kept Scott Allen quiet. But yeah, I thought he's. I honestly think he's going to be better than his cousin, uncle, brother. What's his relation to Barry?
Uncle, I think.
Right.
Well, nephew.
I think he's going to be better than Barry. Long term.
He's another big game player though. You don't see him really performing that well against St Mirren and Motherwell and that Celtic, Rangers, Hearts, Hibs. That's the games that he comes alive.
Really good player though, and Aberdeen are lucky to have him, and they're going to miss him against Celtic.
So let's go into the negatives a wee bit. So you obviously mentioned Scott Allen there, Ferguson keeping him quiet. Do you think that Scott Allen's went off the boil a wee bit?
I think he looks frustrated, and I think it's starting to creep into his game. I think we've kind of spoken in the past about the system not being best for Scott Allen and stuff, but you have to get to the point of, well, he's a footballer and he has to accept what the system is and put in a performance. He should have scored. We'll come back to that in a second, but no, I think maybe he's a bit frustrated and it's starting to creep into his performances. Obviously, Ferguson kept him quiet, but I mean, other than the Celtic game, which I thought he was brilliant, he's been really quiet this season, and apart from the start of the season, which he started so well.
Yeah, I think obviously it's just a confidence thing as well. I think getting subbed against St Johnstone and then having that run where he wasn't really in a familiar position, he was creating all the chances and not getting anything at the end of it. Like, that's all things that can affect a playmaker. Like, all the chances that he's created in the last 4 or 5 weeks, he would have been expecting us to score about 7-8 goals, and we've had one against Celtic. So I think I can see where you're getting it in the fact that he's frustrated. The whole fitting into a system thing. If you're getting that many midfielders, you've got to work a system like around the amount of players and the width of players that you've got. But so I think, like, we keep going back to Scott Allen, a luxury player. No, he's a player that should be starting every single week.
But he's now got Vale and Hallberg sort of sitting deeper, doing a lot of the dirty work and stuff, freeing up to play his, Scott Allen free roll game. And other than Celtic, we're yet to see it.
And I think that's the thing though. Like, every time he runs forward, because you've not got, like, defenders aren't worried about our striker. Defenders, like,
well, he got in a goal four times, so they should be.
Aye, he got on four chances and never scored one of them.
Aye.
Like, at that point, like, if a striker goes in one-on-one with the keeper, misses 2 of them, then the defenders aren't really that bored. They're trying to break up play before it gets to him. And I mean, all the focus, like you say, is Ferguson. He's not really a player that focuses on one man, but he had Allen in his back pocket most of the game.
So obviously Doidge's 4 chances that you just mentioned. First one a wee bit different. That's the slipped through ball for Horgan.
You mentioned it earlier on when you jumped on it earlier. Horgan's pass is overhit.
Yeah,
so
I think
he does quite well in the build up, but I don't know why he doesn't go with his left foot. I don't get it.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say that one's like proper bad. Like,
still, you expect him to score though.
Yeah, well, aye.
For a striker,
more often than not, they should be scoring for there, but
not the best ball.
No,
so difficult one.
But in isolation, you can be like, right, okay, missed a chance. End of the day, strikers not going to score every chance. If he did, he wouldn't be playing for Hibs. Second half though, these ones are a wee bit different. What did you think of the one where he went, kind of stumbled through the ball, and then should he have played it to Horgan?
It's unbelievable. Like, if you're an out and out striker, you score goals like that. They keep going on about him playing off the back, like off the shoulder of the last man, and when you're getting through 1-on-1, you expect him to score goals. What's his record? 63 goals or something in 4 seasons. Something stupid like that. And he can't even get a 1-on-1. Do
you not think he done well though to get into that position?
That's what I'm saying. He does well to get in on goal, but like, if you're an out and out striker, you expect him to score. Like, he was 1-on-1 with a keeper 4 times and never scored one.
He went into that physical battle with Cosgrove, and like I said, half my family's Aberdeen, and my uncle's at the game, and he couldn't understand why Devlin was dropped for Considine, and Doidge done well to shake him off and get the chance. But then once he gets it, you can see the panic in him. He's not got his head up and looking for where Horgan is. And he's so worried about the keeper, and the keeper does well to come out. But yeah, not great.
Jenkins, a wee stumble maybe put him off balance and kind of
maybe you can give him that one. But then I think the fact that he's now had 2 chances then plays into the other 2 later on.
Yeah, no, 100%. So the one later on should 2 seconds. Where is it?
It's over the page, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. So you just go through them, yeah. So
so the other one again, he gets played through. This time, I think it was Hanlon. A good ball
from early, which where's that been all season?
Yeah, slipped through, good ball. Again, he's coming in for like kind of tighter angle. He brings it in, but then again straight at the keeper.
Aye.
So you think that having an impact and them missing the first two has maybe got teased. Too desperate to score maybe.
Yeah, and then the last one where he has to pass to Allen, I think the fact he's missed 3 is really playing on his mind, and he's like, right, I have to score this one to kind of.
That was the worst one.
Aye, and he passed it to Scott Allen. We're 2-0 up, win the game. Full stop.
Nobody's probably even that bothered that he's missing the chances. It probably goes down as, oh, he's tried it like a bear, he was unlucky not to score, done well to set up Allen. Like, that's what it probably goes down as, if he squares it. Flo's a funny one. There's a lot of people kind of moan about his work rate and stuff, and I seen a real change. I know this is just the away support, but I seen a real change in the support. You know, Doidge is a hard worker and I'll give him a chance in that. I think that's starting to run thin now, and the reception Flo got on before Flo even started to get ready to come on, the big Swiss Striker song was getting sung really loud. Folk were ready for him to come on, and it's going to be a difficult one for Doidge to turn around. I seen that come on as well though, when Flo was warming up and that he was getting quite a bit of support, and like you say, he's had stick for long enough, but I think people realise that he's our best goal scorer, and he's not getting a chance. So is that me done?
I think so. Is there any other questions there?
There is a few questions.
Right.
Just want to quick fire
Go
these.
through them.
So 50-50 with Stevie Mallon. Was that drink that was a red kid?
No. 50-50, I think it's maybe a booking, but even then it's 50-50, so they both went for the ball. So.
Yeah, didn't even get a foul.
No.
I thought we were a wee bit lucky there with that one. Fella on McGinn, penalty, the wee horns in the back.
Both hands on the back, he goes down soft, but Christ, you see, I was listening to was it Michael Dermott, or whatever he's called, the ex-Premier League referee, talking about how Mane's was a penalty because there's contact. Doesn't matter how much the contact, was enough contact, and Mane's went down too easy, but it was still a penalty.
But
if that's the case,
contact
then,
sport, where does it say that you're not allowed to contact?
I'm not saying I agree with the rules, but by the law of the game, yeah, that was a penalty. Aberdeen should have a penalty.
Aye, maybe Aberdeen's one, but I know we're not going to start talking about other games, but that Mane one was never a penalty.
We're not going to talk about that, but
no.
Yeah, I thought McGinn's was a penalty. Two hands in the back.
Soft.
He's felt the contact in the back. He's went down, and he's probably just been a bit too melodramatic. If he went down, I don't get why players don't just kind of stumble onto their knees and kind of make it look a bit more realistic. I don't want to get this whole theatrics.
Yeah, and then last one, Stephen, you can take this one because Gav's kind of had his point in it. Cosgrove sees red if the whistle hadn't went.
Yeah.
Right, so why is it any different?
It's just one of these things that's like, you saw it against Celtic. It was weird challenges that were going in, like the Encham thing that everybody goes on about. It's like, if it was a different referee, would it be another colour? Every Hibs fan that you ask will say it was red.
Second yellow.
The second yellow, that's 100%.
Yeah,
scissors middle onto the ground.
Exactly. So I mean, it's a late challenge.
He's not on a booking, he gets booked.
Yeah.
Bottle, I think the ref bottled it.
Yeah, it did.
Bottle job again for ref, but that's me done. So let's swap back.
Okay.
And then I can stop.
We'll fire through this bit before we swap seats.
I'll sit here.
All right. Okay. So we've got.
Thank you for my opportunity to host.
That's all right.
Well done, Dave.
So Peter Henderson on Facebook did ask, why has Doidge been hammered for his misses when there's no criticism of Ryan Porteous for his lack of for his challenge on the Aberdeen goal with the corner?
That's what I mean. Porteous will get away with murder because he's one of us and he puts everything.
We saw it against Kilmarnock. Like, me and you were going daft at the reaction.
I was raging at his red kid. I was raging with him, and he was getting.
I didn't have the chance to speak about that.
Celebrated and his name chanted and that, and I'm like, he's just an absolute stupid red kid, which has now cost us having another striker on the park for.
I understand what he was doing. He was trying to get booked. He was trying to bring the man down. He didn't have a booking yet. Trying to get booked.
There's trying to get booked and there's doing that. Just shoulder barging with that. But
that's why I thought
he does really well, and he is one of our own. And effort and that he puts in every week. Effort buys you loads, and he scored at the end of the day. But it was his fault. He needs to take a bit of.
Should the keeper be doing better, coming out and collecting it?
Aye, a wee weird day because
Maxwell done that a few times, like against Celtic as well. He was going up for challenge, like up to grab the ball at corners and missing them. Like the amount of times
probably got that confidence for the Hearts game. He was out everything in the Hearts game.
But that's what I'm saying though. The Celtic game last week, he never caught the ball once. Like the ball was going through his hands countless times.
Okay, so next up we're going to talk about, is there a pattern developing? So the St Mirren game, we scored late on and we held out for a 1-0 win. And every other game we've went up this season. The Morton game went to 3-3, obviously went to extra time, but in the 90 minutes, 3-3. St Johnstone, we went 2-1 up, finished 2-2. Hearts game, we went 1-0 up, finished 2-1 Hearts. Celtic game, we went 1-0 up, finished 1-1. Aberdeen game, we went 1-0 up. Why are we constantly trying to sit in a 1-goal lead? Where is this negative mentality coming from?
Too feared to lose the game, that desperate to win, that we can't, that as soon as we're winning, we're like, oh shit, we're actually winning a game. And he needs results, and it's probably the players are feeling that pressure as well, I think.
The problem is as well though, the fact that like we've got an attacking side. Like we were told at the start of the season that we were got to be attacking, we were got to like challenge for the ball, get second balls, push up the park and score. We've not seen that, and it's this is where the contradiction comes. It's really getting on my nerves. Like it's the fact that you can't turn round and say, oh, we've got to attack, and the players have got this in their head. Like they're all attacking players. Alan wants to push forward. You've got a manager who's there saying sit on this 1-0 lead, because he's needing a result, like Dave says, and he's not got to get a result if he's sitting at 1-0 when we've got chances and chances to score. Even against Celtic when we went 1-0 up, that was our best spell of play, and then when 5 minutes we conceded because everything just fell back after we scored. I don't think we got out our half once when we had scored the goal.
Another question I've got is Aberdeen have played the same amount of games with us in the last few weeks, so we can't say about that. But we, from the 70th minute onwards, sorry, just move that back a wee bit. It should be better there. So from the 70th minute onwards and stuff, Aberdeen with 10 men got a second wind and were really coming at us. And we had 2 players going down with cramp. Why is that happening? Why have we got 2 players and why have we got players struggling to finish the game stuff? Is that a coaching thing? Does that come down to the coaching if it's happening with multiple players?
Well, he wanted a more athletic squad. His words.
Yep.
Hence, I think we mention this in every single podcast, but Milligan and Bartlett getting let go, and then you've got players breathing at their arse, going down with cramp, and they maybe just weren't emptying everything into it purely because, I don't know, like because they wanted a win and performance, but you wouldn't think you'd be cramping up in games in October.
First game in a week.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're maybe doing too much in training or something. I don't know if about strength and conditioning, but cramping up is ridiculous. And the fact that Aberdeen with 10 men were able to come at us, so I think we're so invigorated, and we were struggling. We were on our arse, players breathing at their arse. It's a worry. But anyway, okay, so we're going to go back to kind of talk about Doidge. It's one of the main talking points, and we asked for your questions, and it was kind of the majority of questions. So Keith has asked, if Doidge can get into these opportunities, can we blame the system? Do we have a forward at the club who can create their own chances?
Well, no, I don't think we do.
Does any club in the SPL have a forward that can create their own chances? Even Morelos and Defoe gets stuff put on a plate for them.
Nah, no, all the time. I think
I've seen Defoe create a few chances for himself.
I've seen Morelos create chances for himself.
Edward, yes, but then we're talking about Celtic and Rangers. So if we're talking about the rest of the league, how would you say that they do?
I would say that there are clubs out there that can create their own chances, like Edward for Celtic, Griffiths when he plays. But
away for the Old Firm, because they've got like 40 grand a week wages and stuff.
But it's not really. You can put a wage on anybody, and like I mean, I said this about Edward last season. He wasn't a £9 million player last season. I think it's Cosgrove. He does well. Like Cosgrove knows when to make a run, and that's what creating chances is. It isn't picking up a ball 20 yards away from goal and then finding a way through 4 defenders and scoring. That's not what creating your own chances is. It's just finding an extra yard that nobody else will spot and getting yourself into that position.
Even a goal for nothing.
Exactly.
Aye. I know that I come across as one of the biggest Flo fans in the world and stuff, but if I'm Flo sitting on the bench, I'm going to be seeing those chances getting put through for Doidge and be like, where were those balls when I was playing? Because there's a history of him scoring goals where he's one-on-one with the keeper for us, and he's done it against Dundee, against Celtic twice. That's what he thrives on, and he's normally getting those chances.
I was just about to say that the goal against Celtic last December, he created his own chance. Like when he got the ball from Maki, like across the pitch, he was still outside the box, had to find his way in past 2 defenders and scored, but he launched it into the net. And Doidge hasn't got that for me. He's too busy concentrating on getting on the end of a ball, but he's sitting too deep for me. And if it says it at the Kilmarnock game,
and then does that come down to the system? Is that instructions? Because I think he prefers to be in the box.
But that's the thing though, if it's instructions, why was there so many chances created this time? Is the system changed since Kilmarnock and Celtic?
Well, we're going to have a look at that, because that's one of the other questions, which was from Andy Allen. It says, did we change the way we played against Aberdeen? Dave, you looked at a couple of stats, but we're going to look at a bit more of the stats and kind of the way we've been playing, kind of see a pattern and stuff a bit more next week, because we've got something to do with international break. But what did you kind of pick up from the stats, the way we were playing?
So I was saying to you, it's pretty much where I was expecting us to see us creating more chances. We had more forward passes, we had more, like everyone, wasn't it? It was basically season average. So it was almost like there wasn't actually that much changed, but it was the nature of the forward passes was much more effective. So, but I think that's quite a lot down to Aberdeen trying to play us offside. And failing quite miserably, really poor defending. Obviously, you can't moan that you're not creating, and then when you start creating stuff, blame defending. But I think there was a bit of
there is a balance in what you're saying. Like, the defending was really poor for Aberdeen, and they were sitting too far up the park. But that's the thing, though. It goes back to Doidge playing off the shoulder of the last man, and he done it well there.
Canberra would have thrived in that game.
100%.
But Flo's got a lot more pace than Doidge, so would they have adapted their game and sat deeper if Flo was playing?
Yeah, possibly.
And then that would have got us higher up the park. But anyway, we could talk about that.
I was actually looking back at like Doidge's interview when he first came to the club, and he says that on the speed tests, like, he was like 3rd or 4th fastest player in our squad. So I mean, Flo he's a more all-round player. He's more athletic, in my opinion. He does a lot more. Like, his work rate's a lot higher. But to say that he's faster, it's left to be determined.
Andy Allen, Stuart Wilson, and Specialist Socialist on Twitter were asking, is Shaw the answer? With Stuart suggesting Shaw and Flo are front enough too. Now we've got loads of other questions. We're kind of saying we're from Matt Reed, William, Makoyun, McAllis, and Stuart, all asking if 2 up top is the way to go.
We've got to try it.
Right.
I don't think we create enough. I know, like that game there, we've had a few more chances, but like I say, season average, we're no creating. It's not like we're, and our goal difference, second worst goal difference in the league.
Why can every other team in the league play with 1 up front, or if your Hearts play with 0 up front?
Well, Hearts don't know exactly doing a good job at that either.
I know. I just wanted to have a dig at Hearts because didn't play any strikers. Craig Levine back to his old tricks. But why can all the loads of other teams in the league manage, and in England and
they go forward a lot more?
Why can they play with 1 up front? And
they go forward a lot more. We are a lot of sideways passing and patient build up and try to pass teams off the park, but then you're passing to nothing. Like,
why don't we have a keeper like fucking Livy? Like,
that
was some ball.
Great finish as well. He's a great striker.
But that's the thing, that's answering your question as to why most clubs can play 1 up front, because they can either play a long ball up to the striker, or their wingers are a lot more effective. If we had Boyle this season, and this is where it goes down to like how much we miss Martin Boyle, he makes the runs and he cuts in.
The thing is with Boyle, the best bit with Boyle is if he has a ball played in behind that he can run onto and beat the fullback. We've not been playing that ball, otherwise Middleton would be more effective.
But that's,
so why is Boyle going to come back? Going to change that if Middleton's not been getting that service?
Because I think Boyle's a lot more effective with his running.
But if he's not getting that ball that he thrives on, how's he going to play well?
I think that it's down to the thing, like it's where you've got Scott Allen try to play 1 ball to 1 strike, like a through ball to 1 striker, and as opposed to 2. If he had options, he would make it.
Maybe. And then finally on the forwards, Michael Donachie has asked, is it feasible to put Doidge into the development team, see if he can get his goals and build up some confidence?
No.
And
Prince, and well, the idea's there, right? But we've paid 350 grand for a striker that after 8 games we're like, mate, you want to go into the development squad for confidence. What's that doing for his confidence?
If we've got another really good striker
But
that can come in. And
see off the back of the Celtic game, right? Everybody was singing Doidge's praises, like, oh, he was brilliant and he done brilliant in that, right? So why not just that last question, Shaw and Canberra up top? Why not try Canberra
Doidge and
Canberra?
That's
Doidge,
logical.
Doidge do what he does, bullying folk and that, and then but he needs to lift his head and then slotting folk in and that. And
so the only time that the manager's done that this season in the league was the St Johnstone game, and he played 2 up top. And I know you love your 3-5-2. You've argued to death, but that's not going to happen under Hickey apparently. So it seems. So if we're going to play 4 at the back, we're going to play 4 in midfield for 4-4-2. How do we fit in Allen if we don't? Because the only time we've done it, we played Allen in the left wing, and Chris Hickey's never lived that down. He can't win, so he's got to play up top, but you can't play Allen in a flat midfield too. So he's got to go out wide.
Unless you play like a 4-3-1-2.
Aye, could do, but
what's wrong with that?
We've got a lot of wingers that that we want to play.
I don't think Horgan's been good enough. I think Middleton's been good enough, and Boyle's still injured. So why not here middle 3, Halberg, Vela and Malin? And then if you need to sacrifice somebody, again, I know Malin was a wee bit better that game, but I still don't think he's been good enough.
Fair enough.
The thing is though,
he goes 3-5-2.
The purpose that I argue for the 3-5-2 though is that you look how poor Stevenson's been this season. He need, like, if you've got Jackson, Hanlon and Porteous, or Hanlon, Stephen Whittaker and Porteous sitting as your 3 back, it gives you chances to take Stevenson out of the team.
See if I'd said to you before the Celtic game that Stephen Whittaker would be sitting, you'd be going off your nut.
No, that's why I never used him as my first choice.
I have to say Stevenson is getting a bit frustrating because there's a lot of times where they did play he was one of the people that played one of those balls in behind for Doidge, but there's a lot of times when he's going forward, he's got 2 good options and he stops, turns back and plays the ball back to Hanlon.
Because he can only play it with his left foot.
He slows the game down so much these days.
And to me, I think like Stevenson hasn't just changed as a player, so to me that's coming for the sideline.
Yeah. Well, we're still boring as anything to watch. Like, we got a couple of more clear-cut chances there, but it's still boring.
I think I'm just going to need to pay for a billboard saying play 3-5-2. Maybe heck, I'll look at it. Because obviously it's not working going on.
Get a plane with a banner. Find out where the Hearts fans got the plane for.
A couple of any other businesses questions. We've got Cammy on Instagram asking Maxwell or Marciano. I mean, we've kind of... what's your kind of thoughts on that? I mean, we've kind of talked about it before, but I mean, Maxwell's conceded 2 in his last 2 games, and he's been quite solid, to be fair. Yeah,
he's been alright, but I'd still play our own goalkeeper because at the end of the day, he's our asset and we can get money for him.
This is the argument I had with Gav after the Celtic game. It's, you look at all the players that we've had on loan that have been given their chance over our own players, and we can't afford them at the end of it. Maxwell, like, we're not going to get him at the end of the season. I can guarantee that. And we've got Marciano playing development games. It's like what Dave says about Doidge going into development league. You pay 350 grand for your star striker, and you can't afford to stick him in the development league. Why have we got Marciano playing in the development league when we're not going to have Maxwell at the end of the season?
And improving the value of a player that isn't our own. That's what we've done with McNulty moving Flo out wide last season. So,
but as goalkeeping goes, he's been good. So can't really complain too much.
And then Talk Livy and the Talk Livy podcast and Douglas Russell both asked about Bartley. Talk Livy said, "How sick are you that Marvin is a top shagger, but is now a top." It's still a top shagger, but it's now doing a top shagger in West Lothian. I've mucked up reading that out, but yes.
Aye, sickening, innit?
Good performance from him yesterday.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm not surprised.
Aye.
Though I thought his legs were maybe away a wee bit, but it does sit.
He seems rejuvenated. He's been.
Just suit him just sitting there. I know.
Well, and even then, there was a bit where he's up in the corner flag, and he's holding. I don't know. He's holding off one of the Celtic players, and he's got that spark, and he's holding them off, and then he turns him, and he creates a chance. Brilliant. It just because I do miss him
because he's the first pick at Livy. Like, he'll be the first pick in the midfield. Whereas at Hibs, he wasn't getting his game. He wasn't getting game time, and you were only relying on him to come on in a derby game. That's why he'll be a lot fitter and a lot more up for the games. And it's shite to see it because everybody at Hibs love Bartley.
And then I think Stuart made a good point about, you know, why do you know keep somebody like that at the club, or maybe somebody that came on the phone and said, why do you not keep somebody like that at the club? You know, we've given Gray and McGregor, who deserve their contracts, you know, and we've got them doing stuff behind the scenes. Why not do the same with him?
The annoying thing is though that Gray and McGregor are still getting first team football when they're fit. Why was Bartley not getting a game when he was fine? We had Milligan last season as well, and you couldn't really fault Milligan for what he done. There was
somebody who, I've not got that down, I've not got their name down, so I apologise, but there was somebody who came back on Twitter and sort of says we're really looking a bit through tinted glasses because he was a bencher last season and made up an argument about that. But anyway, we've talked about Bartley loads. We love him. We hope you come back in some capacity if you're listening, Marv. So we thought we'd finish up this week with a wee quiz. We've got the questions from the Taxi board game here. No sponsored by them, but if you want to buy it. It's a good game. I've had some fun with it. But thought we'd do some questions, and you get the option whether you want to play the simple question or the more difficult question. You get 2 points for a difficult one and 1 for an easy one. That you can have 5 questions each, and the winner is one of the most points. I've got a pen to write down the scores. So.
I'm so bad at these.
Sorry
about the pen noises there in the podcast there. So who would like to go first?
Dave can go first.
Right, Dave. So would you like to start with an easy question or a more difficult question?
I'm gonna do a bottle job and just get a point in the board straight away, hopefully.
Okay.
Easy.
If Hibs fans were heading to Bayview for a cup tie, who would be the opposition?
Oh no. I know this. How long can I take? You just edit out me taking ages.
You can have a chat. Have you got any ideas? So you think it is
No,
Stephen
no,
while he's thinking about it? Don't you?
I can't know.
So
Bayview
It's your
is.
question.
What?
It's your question.
I know, but they kind of way when I'm like, I've heard that quite recently. Bayview. Oh, I'm going to embarrass myself here.
I tell you what.
Is it Clyde?
No, I tell you what. I don't think it's going to work where I ask you both. You're going to have to buzz in. You have to say your names and buzz in.
Right.
Okay.
Who is it?
It's East Fife.
East Fife.
Right. So.
I just.
Dunsmore, please.
Aye.
Right. So we'll start again. But what we'll do is we'll do both questions, and if you get the hard question, you get 1 point. You get
You're starting again.
2 points. Yeah.
Is that edited out or is that staying in?
No, I'll stay in. You struggling.
No.
Okay, so we'll start with the easier question, and whoever gets it gets 1 point, and whoever gets the most difficult point gets 2 points. So this is an easier one. What was the score when Hibs played Rosenborg back at Easter Road in the first round of the UEFA Cup in the 1974-1975 season?
Stephen, was it 5-1?
Nope.
Shit.
Dave?
4-0.
It was 9-1 Hibs. So the more difficult question is...
That wasn't easy.
Which... I know this one's actually more difficult. This one's more easy. Which Danish team put Hibs out of the 2016-17 Europa League qualifiers?
Stephen, Molde.
Nope.
No.
Oh shit.
Crombie.
16-17 bastard.
And they're no Danish.
No, that's right.
Language.
No,
2 points. For
boy.
Dave. Okay. So, guess who I had in my cab with the initials BK. I'm usually only going to get this. This is for years ago. No, I'm skipping that one.
I would have got that. Who is it?
Okay. So, easy question. If the Blue Brazil were heading in the south, we're in the south
Dave.
stand.
Cowden Beef.
Correct. 1 point to Dave.
Come on, Stephen.
Guess who I had in my cab with the initials JF. This 2012 Hibs Hall of Famer inductee was made team captain by Jock Stein. He made 275 appearances between 1954 and 1968. Remember any of the Hall of Fame inductees for 2012?
I'm trying.
JF.
Try and get the folk that are on the wall as you get in the
I'll
main
give you his
entrance.
first name. His first name's John.
Yeah, well.
We all got that.
It might have been Jack.
Nah.
John
Just tell us.
John Fraser.
Fair enough. I'm too
Okay.
young.
Easier question. Which goalkeeper scored from a clearance in their own box against Livingston?
Stephen. Mark Oxley.
Point for Stephen.
That was too easy. I gave him it.
In a match against Falkirk in 1972, Alex Cropley made his ankle broken in a tackle. I'll be fast.
Dave.
Before.
Alex Ferguson.
Aye.
Hey, we've heard this. I've heard that one before.
Right,
well,
I'm
these
skipping
things
half
happen.
them. Right. Which former Hibs player once ran the Jock Lodge Tavern near Meadowbank? Was it A. Pat Stanton, B. Jimmy Rourke, C. somebody else?
Stephen, is it Jimmy Root?
Who was it, somebody else?
I don't know, I was trying to think of a name. There's no an ABC, I was making it up.
Oh, wait.
So, next difficult question. Hibs were beat 2-1. Oh, for Christ's sake, he's not going to get that.
Wait, go and stop underestimating my knowledge in my
okay, right.
football league.
Okay, you can read it. Which team beat Hibs at 2-1 to lift their first Scottish Cup in 1887?
Third Lanark.
No,
Queen's Park.
it's Dumbarton.
Dumbarton.
Right. What team did Hibs beat 1-0 to lift the 1901-1902, the last time won Scottish Cup before 2016? Who did we beat in the final? Was it A. Rangers, B. Third Lanark, C. Celtic, D. Hearts?
Stephen, Celtic.
Correct. I don't know how many questions we've done, but
What's the points like?
5 for you, Dave.
We've not done enough.
Full time.
which former Hibs player took over the Four in Hand pub on Easter?
Stephen,
Dave.
Paul Kane.
On a balcony at which hotel on Princess Street did the Hibs players show off their League Cup in 1972? It's a hotel
Dave.
on Princess Street.
Dave, Balmoral.
Correct.
Yes, it's the only hotel I know.
Okay, well, right. Which club did Ian Murray join in the summer of 2005?
Stephen, Rangers.
Fucking Rangers.
Okay. Tony Mowbray left Hibs in October 2006.
West Brom.
Correct. It's an equaliser.
But you need to have a wee bit more of the question for
No,
folk.
you done that with
No.
Cowden Beef.
For folk listening. But I learned from a mistake. After I done that
Okay,
with Couldn't Beef,
right.
I was like,
So this is going to be the final question. This is going to be the more difficult one. This is a tiebreaker because it's 7-7. Whoever gets this one wins. We'll do it, and if none of you get it, we'll go until you get one. Okay. Prior to being appointed the manager of Hibs, Tony Mowbray's only previous managerial position was a caretaker manager of which English club?
ooh.
Fingers on buzzers.
Stephen,
Mm-hmm.
Blackburn.
Incorrect. Dave, chance to win. Name any English team. On you go. Come on, run out of time.
Middlesbrough.
No, it was Ipswich Town. What is the name of the club that on certain Sundays since 2004 have ran an event called Heaven in the Afternoon in the Hibs Supporters Club?
Wait. Say that again.
It was Hibs Northern Soul Club. You didn't ken it. Right, okay. Guess who I am? A utility player and a former Hibs captain, made over 250 appearances over 2 spells at the club between 1999 and 2012.
Stephen.
Win.
Ian Murray.
Ian Murray's the correct answer.
That's out of order.
How?
Because he's
I
been...
waited for the full question.
No, but he's been... That was already in Stephen's memory because he was an answer for another
Well,
question.
it was on your memory as well.
Because you obviously remembered that.
So Stephen wins the quiz this week. It's just something about different since we didn't have questions. Since
Can't
we
hold
got
a
the
lead.
Questions in throughout. And
You're like Hibs.
I'm like, can't hold a lead. Shut the bed.
all right, we'll finish up there.
You were up like 7-3 as well.
I know you were romping it.
Don't want to talk about it.
Play through it away. So, what he's got planned for the international break? He's going to any of the Scotland games at all?
Maybe. I'm not going to the Russia game because I wasn't going to pay for the visa. Might go to the San Marino game.
Can't be bored Scotland today. I don't know why. I just the last few years I've become really just
I'm away to Cyprus though for
Oh.
the Cyprus game.
that'd be cool.
Wee trip to Ayia Napa. Buzzing.
I frustrates me with Scotland because I mean you look at the midfield. You've got McGinn, McTominay, Kenny McLean,
Fraser.
Lewis Fraser wide and stuff. But you've got Callum McGregor. You've got
James Forrest plays in the middle.
Christie.
Christie, the other one. You've got what do you call him? Thing we were talking about earlier. Ferguson. You've got there's 6 quality midfielders. I'm probably missing out some as well.
John Fleck.
And John Fleck, who's still to make his 28 and he's still to make his debut for Scotland. It's nuts. So we've got all these talented midfielders, and
then you've got people like Ryan Jack pulling out the squad.
Ryan Jack's another one, a really good player, doing really well, been a big part of what Rangers are doing now. So
The Rangers,
Rangers.
Stop talking about Rangers.
Okay, so anyway, so I'm not interested in Scotland there. Have a go at me online. What you got planned for this week then?
I'm just going to have a wee break for football, I think.
Aye.
It's really getting me down because I like Hibs. I don't love Hibs now. I like Hibs. I like Man United. They're horrible. They're pretty much the same as Hibs to watch. It's like watching paint dry.
My mum and dad got really annoyed at me for cheering when I don't really have an English team. When Longstaff scored, the boy was
Gav,
making...
you do love Newcastle. I remember that day when you played them.
I've got a soft spot for Newcastle, yes, but I don't really have an out-and-out English team. But, I like to see Man United do well because of my family, and they were getting annoyed at me for cheering, but I thought it was such a lovely moment to see that young laddie score. I thought it was great. That's what football's all about. Brilliant.
Yeah, it was,
Playing
but still
midfield,
rubbish.
Playing midfield with his brother beside him.
Considering his
debut,
brother was linked to Man U, was he not?
Brilliant. It's just great stuff. Great. I thought it was brilliant. But anyway, aye. So I'll probably be getting ready for the podcast next week, and I start my new job next week, so getting ready for that as well. So aye. So thank you for listening. If you've not done so yet, subscribe to the podcast wherever you get it. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram and blah 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 at 8HFC Talk. Thanks for coming on, guys. Enjoy your week, and we'll speak to you next week. We'll be back next Monday. Like I say, we're going to have a look at how Hibs have been playing next season, and we're going to get a couple of sort of gimmick stuff, maybe a more organised quiz as well next week. A couple of fun stuff like that, and then and we'll also look ahead to the Ross County game.
Sweet.